songs we know. Into the sea, you and me, all the years and no one heard. I'll show you in spring, it's a treacherous thing. We miss you, yes. Lovecats. We miss so wonderfully, 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 wonderfully pretty. Oh, you know that I do anything for you. We should have each other to tea, huh? We should have each other with cream. Then curl up in the fire and sleep for a while. It's the grooviest thing, it's the perfect dream. Into the sea, you and me, all the years and no one heard. I'll show you in spring, it's a treacherous thing. We miss you, kiss, Lovecats. We miss you, kiss, Lovecats. We miss you, kiss, so wonderfully, 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 wonderfully pretty. You know that I do anything for you. We should have each other to dinner. We should have each other with cream. Then curl up in the fire, get up for a while. It's the scroobiest thing. It's a perfect dream.
It's short. He comes up with it, fires across the first. That's the inning. Pirates get no runs. 1 hit, 2 left. No Mets errors at the end of an inning and a half. Scoreless at Citi Field in New York.
I don't work at 5 a.m.
Sunday, June 8th, the Pirates take on.
for almost 6 years. We met him at a show because somebody said, hey, you should come to this show and see this band. And we made fun of him the entire night because of how he headbanged. He didn't stop headbanging for 4 hours, I'm telling you. Every band, he had hair like that. And it was just like the whole time. And we had got it. We had got it on camera. And we were watching it. We're like, well, who is this guy?
Yeah. Hi, everybody. I love you, random citizen. Okay, so you know, I'm hanging out at home. I'm being the awkward 16-year-old kid I am. That hasn't changed, but you know, 22, 16. So I do what everyone else does when they're first getting into people yelling at you through music. And I tried to look up bands, and I came across the concept that, hey, ladies can scream too? That's weird. I want to hear more of that. So I go to school, and like every obsessed 16-year-old with music, I tell everybody about it. I'm like, dude, I found these bands, you know, like, this chick screaming and stuff. It's weird. And buddy of mine's like, yeah, dude, there's a local band that does that. And yeah, I'll show you the stuff. And I listen to the stuff, I'm like, this is really good. So I've realized that my buddy, who I don't know if he's here or not, no, dang it. Anyway, my buddy who played the saxophone and concert band with me was in this band. I'm like, dude, connections and stuff, bro. So I decided to go out to a show. And being the awkward 16-year-old kid that I was, I'm like, I'm just going to like thrash about because apparently that's what you do to this kind of music. And I did it. And apparently it was like the most flamboyant, like, I'm going to break every bone in my body headbanging you've ever seen. Yeah. There's a video somewhere. Yeah. And for some reason these bozos liked it. And like, hey kid, is your neck okay? Don't look okay. And I'm like, yeah, it should be fine. And the next thing you know, I just go in every show I can because these guys are kind of rad and stuff. I mean, they smell sometimes, but you know, don't we all? And next thing I know, I'm going over to their houses for hot dogs and stuff and meeting out-of-state bands and fanboying because I believe, you know, I had to get autographs pictures with every band because, you know, if you were in a band, obviously you were famous, they're going to make it. I was naive at the time. It happens. And next thing I know, I'm just traveling in a van around with them. And I'm in Indiana, and I'm in Kentucky, and I'm in New York. And I'm like, huh. Wisconsin. Don't remind me of that. We're not going back. But cheese is good. It is. The rumors are true. Yeah, that's what Walk the Plank is about, is actually Wisconsin cheese. It's life-changing.
We're going back.
We're never, yeah, exactly. But, you know, it was weird because after a little while I realized something. It's like, you know, these random strangers who took in some rabid fanboy. You know, most bands would ignore that kid and think he's weird. Sorry. Well, yeah. But, you know, things, I realized, hey, these people are kind of my friends, aren't they? You know, I realized, hey, these people are kind of like my youth group. You know, I wasn't in church at the time. And I'm like, hey, this is family, isn't it? This is what family is like, right? Like, yeah, I have a good family. This kind of reminds me of that. 6 years from rabid fanboy with long hair who tried to injure his body every night to dude who's babysitting their children and they're buying me meals and stuff, and I'm hanging out at cool tattoo parlors, and I'm in New York City, and they're yelling at me because I'm taking too long in the shower, and things, you know. 3 times. That wasn't my fault. That was not my fault. Okay, New York subways are the devil. They're nice, but they don't like me. 3 times. Anyway, it's a story for another time. Talk to me about it. Buy me a water or something. I like the mic. It's my friend. Okay. Point of the story. I ramble. Anyway, point of the story is hang out with people. Be nice to people. If you're in a band, be nice to those rabbit fan kids, because someday, you know, they might just be your best friend. And your life will change, and you'll meet rad people who suddenly are just, you know, in your life constantly. And yeah, so be nice. I like the way a band put it. Be kind at all costs. And remember, if you look around, once you take a look around, everybody turn around, see about 3 or 4 faces, recognize them, notice them. Do it. I'm looking at you, staring at me. Look around. All right. Those are your family. Treat them nicely. Have fun, guys.
All right. Good job, Caleb. Cheer.
So,
It's getting hot in here.
I never thought we'd get to do this, but if anybody has beat Pittsburgh to come to the show, raise your hand, because there's one guy that did.
That came from Pittsburgh. Anybody beat that? No? That guy's the man. I'm telling you, we love you, Joel.
And he has to be at work at 5 a.m.
Yeah, that's true. Hey, 5 a.m. crew. Yeah. I started this band 7 years ago. And all I had was a guitar player and an idea in my head of how I wanted it to be. 2 years before I started this band, I was an alcoholic. I was a drug addict. And I was
Deploy Jewel, your start time tomorrow is at 6:15. Have a good night.